Hagia Sophia stands tall in Istanbul, Turkey. This building has a history of 1,500 years and is a rare place in the world where Christian and Islamic cultures blend together. The fusion of the two religions creates a mysterious space that cannot be experienced anywhere else in the world. In this video, I would like to take a closer look at this mysterious space and its magnificent decorations with some historical commentary. To better understand the decoration of Hagia Sophia, let's look back at its turbulent history. In the 4th century, the first Hagia Sophia, the Christian cathedral Magna Ecclesia, was built in Istanbul, the capital of the Eastern Roman Empire. However, it burned down during riots. A second one was rebuilt in 415. But only about 100 years later, it burned down again in the Nika riots, which resulted from a fight between supporters of a chariot race that was a big hit with the citizens at the time. The enthusiasm for the race caused the disaster. After the riots subsided, Emperor Justinian I built the third Hagia Sophia. This is the Hagia Sophia we see today. Hagia Sophia, with its unprecedented size, remained the largest cathedral in the world for an astonishing 1,000 years. 1,000 years! Nevertheless, the turbulent life of Hagia Sophia continued. In the 15th century, some 1,100 years after it was first built, Hagia Sophia had always been a Christian cathedral, but after the conquest by the Islamic Ottoman Empire, it was converted into a mosque. During the Ottoman period, the Christian decorations were covered with plaster. The precious decorations known as Byzantine art were almost buried in darkness, but fortunately, they were only covered with plaster. The mosque period lasted for 500 years, but in 1919 the Ottoman Empire collapsed after being defeated in World War I. In 1935, Hagia Sophia became a museum under the Republic of Turkey. The plaster was carefully removed and the Christian decorations were restored, and Hagia Sophia was registered as a World Heritage Site and is still loved by many people today. And they all lived happily ever after. I'd like to end this story with that, but there's actually more to it. In 2020, Hagia Sophia was converted back into a mosque under the Erdogan administration, sending shockwaves around the world. Currently, some of the Christian decorations are covered by curtains during services. The turbulent history of Hagia Sophia continues to this day. The history of Hagia Sophia is a story that symbolizes the transition of two religions and times.
Hagia Sophia の下の層に来てみました。
Now, let's take a look at the decoration of Hagia Sophia. First, if you look up inside Hagia Sophia, you will see 8 huge medallions hanging from the ceiling. The medallions have an overwhelming presence with a diameter of 7.5 meters. What do you think they say? They are Arabic calligraphy and represent the holy names of Islam. God Allah, Prophet Muhammad, the 4 first caliphs, Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman, and Ali, and Prophet Muhammad's grandsons, Hassan and Hussein. These medallions were installed during the Ottoman Empire. Such medallions are not found in mosques in other countries, but many mosques in Turkey have the same medallions, although they are of different sizes. There is a saying in Turkey that the Quran was revealed in Mecca, recited in Cairo, and was written in Istanbul. This medallion clearly shows that the Islamic words flourished as a written art in Istanbul.
あれ、わかりますかね。あれ、天使らしいです。私が知っている天使とは違うな。
Four seraphim, Christian angels, are painted on the arch that supports the central dome of Hagia Sophia. Seraphim means burning in Hebrew, and they are angels whose bodies are on fire because of their intense love for God. Each seraphim is painted in the typical Byzantine style with 6 wings around the face. In fact, their faces were hidden during the Ottoman Empire. 3 of the faces are still hidden today, but one has been restored and now shows its original appearance. It looks a little dissatisfied, perhaps because it has been hidden for so long. If you look up above the mihrab, which indicates the direction of Islamic prayer and the holy city of Mecca, there you will find a mosaic of the Virgin Mary and the Christ child covered by curtains. Mosaic is a decoration made by assembling small pieces of material. The Virgin Mary, who stands out against a golden background, is full of compassion and holds the Christ child in her arms. This work was created in 867 and is considered one of the highlights of Byzantine art. In fact, this mosaic was left for some time after the Ottoman conquest and seems to have been seen by Muslim believers. Many sultans, including Mehmed II, who conquered Istanbul, were quite tolerant of Christianity. However, during the period when the fighting with the enemy countries of Christianity intensified, it was covered with plaster. It was restored in the 20th century and still stands today. The mosaic of Empress Zoe on the second floor wall gives us a glimpse into the court culture of the Byzantine Empire. Christ is in the center, flanked on either side by the Byzantine Empress Zoe and her husband, Constantine IX Monomachus. This mosaic was created in the 11th century, while Zoe was still alive, but it actually has an interesting fact. Empress Zoe was very beautiful and married 3 times in her life. In fact, it is known that each time her husband changed, the picture of the man's face and name painted next to this mosaic was changed. Was it for political reasons, or to indicate the change of love? It is difficult to say, but in any case, it is a historical treasure that shows the great authority of Empress Zoe. The mosaic with Justinian the Great, Constantine the Great, and the Virgin Mary. Located in the South Gallery, this mosaic tells the glorious story of the Eastern Roman Empire. In the center is the Virgin Mary. She holds the Christ child in her arms and looks at us with a loving expression. On either side of her are the two great emperors of the Eastern Roman Empire. It looks as if they are holding something in their hands, but what is it? Let's zoom in. Emperor Constantine the Great, on the right, is the founder of the city of Constantinople, now Istanbul. He is holding a model of the city of Constantinople. Emperor Justinian the Great, on the left, is holding a model of Hagia Sophia. He is being praised for his achievements in overseeing the completion of this Hagia Sophia. Wow, this was art to promote the great works of the two Eastern Roman emperors. There are other distinctive decorations that make up the magnificent space of Hagia Sophia, which we will introduce with clips. The history of Hagia Sophia symbolizes the history of Turkey, so it seems that the Turkish people have a special attachment to it.
I never dreamed that Hagia Sophia would become a mosque again. Then I realized that praying in Hagia Sophia is the dream of many Muslims in Turkey.
These are the words of a Turkish person. Hagia Sophia is filled with 1,500 years of history and art. This structure is the history of Turkey itself. I encourage you to visit this magnificent place. Thank you for watching. If you are interested in Hagia Sophia, please like and subscribe to my channel.